15 years ago, a story about a mythical bottomless hole somewhere on Manistash Ridge near Ellensburg took on a life of its own. Ask a local person about Mel's Hole today and you might get a tale that involves paranormal activity, government conspiracies and dead animals coming back to life. Find someone more skeptical, and you will probably get an eye roll and a solid explanation of why it isn't true. Those who perpetuate the myth can't, or won't, reveal the exact location of the supposedly supernatural hole. But Jack Powell, a well-respected state geologist, points to a less menacing, real hole near Ellensburg that likely was the inspiration. He'll also tell you the modern rural legend, as told on late-night radio, is geologically impossible. It all started on February 21, 1997, when a man identifying himself as Mel Waters of the Ellensburg area appeared on Coast to Coast with Art Bell, a nationally syndicated talk show. Bell's late-night show featured quirky and alien and conspiracy-filled stories. Waters, in a lengthy conversation with Bell by phone, talked about a mysterious hole in the ground on his rural property about 9 miles west of Ellensburg. Federal government agents seized the land with no explanation as to whether the hole was a dangerous threat or important to national security or both. Waters said the cover story the government gave was that it was the old site of a downed aircraft. Waters claimed federal agents forced him to lease the land to the government. The lease payments allowed him to move to Australia, he said. Waters said the hole had paranormal properties, despite the fact locals dumped their garbage there for years. He said a rural resident tossed his dead dog into the hole, only to see it later alive outdoors with a hunter. The dog wouldn't come to him. Waters indicated he was acquainted with Central Washington University, where his wife worked for a time. He said he lowered a weighted fish line down the hole, and he ran out of several reels of heavy line at more than 80,000 feet without it touching bottom. Waters told Bell others had seen a black beam coming from the hole, and still others claimed portable radios held close the hole's entrance would play programs and music from the past. Metal held close to the hole's 9-foot diameter opening would change into other metals or substances. These details tantalized Cayugas Valley listeners who made the show the talk of Ellensburg in the next few weeks. Checks by local news reporters later found no public records indicating Mel Waters lived in Cayugas County, had a wife who worked at CWU or owned rural property. Waters later called into Bell's show a few times, again on February 24 and, reportedly, again in 2000 and twice in 2002. The show, over the years, rebroadcast the segments as the best of Art Bell, again generating interest. Most recently, Seattle's Como TV station broadcast a news segment about the continuing mystery surrounding Mel's Hole on February 7. The segment included comments from Red Elk, an intertribal medicine man living in the Cayugas Valley, who contends his father showed him the hole around 1961.